Floral in Ballard. But I'm here with a special guest today. This is Dale Robinson, father of UK star and NFL probably projected first round pick, Wan'Dale Robinson. And talk to us why you're here today. Talk to everybody about the Wanda George Robinson Foundation and what it's about.
Well, I'm here today because Holly Harris actually presented us with a $50,000 check for our foundation. The Wanda George Robinson Foundation was named after my late mother, which passed away. So what we do is we serve the youth that's been impacted by incarceration. And a lot of people don't know that Kentucky is number one in the nation with kids that has parents incarcerated. So that's 144,000 kids that has their parents incarcerated. So our job is to actually help these kids see that they're special. You know, just because their parents are incarcerated doesn't mean that they have to go that route.
Sure.
So our job is to show them a different route and let them know that you can have dreams, you can have goals the same way like Wan'Dale did, and you can still be special and you can actually make a difference, and not in just your life, but other kids' life also as well. So we just love that we actually are able to do this and just help these kids just see a bigger picture and just have a different walk of life and a different experience about life.
Well, the words he speaks are very true. I was a member of Big Brothers Big Sisters for over 20 years. My little brother's father was incarcerated, Cameron May, so hi Cameron. He's 30 now, but I definitely know how that can make a difference.
Yes.
And talk to us about your own experience and why this is so close to your heart.
Well, I actually spent 10 years in federal prison, and I left Wan'Dale and my oldest son, Delvon, when they was 11 and 6. And just actually having to tell him that I was going to be gone for 10 years and then to see the tears that well up in his eyes, like it made me want to change. I have to change and come back a better man, a better father, a better role model, not just for my kids, but also for the people in my community. So as I was in prison, I looked around and see how many other dads is in prison. And I'm like, how many other kids is out there by themselves, you know, while their dad's locked up? So when I got out, I chose to just start the Wanda George Robinson Foundation. You know, we didn't have a lot. We just had a goal and a dream. And we started at Starbucks in 2018, and now we serve over 300-something kids in Kentucky. But we also have a partnership with with Crush. Crush program is called Kids Rising Up to Support and Healing, and we educate the educators on how to identify kids that has parents incarcerated. So what we do is we offer mentor. We have an outreach program. We offer dinners with families. We have provide them with Christmas toys. We actually use the Lexington Detention Center, Juvenile Detention Center. They actually put together bikes for our kids and allow them. Now we work both ways. Now we let the kids like that's in the detention center like, you are worthy, you are worth something. And we come to find out a couple of kids actually cry because they figure out like, I am worthy, I am worth something, and they doing something for kids that's even younger than them, you know. And it's just a great thing because without actually having Wan'Dale and go through the experience, I don't think this would be going on, you know. And just Wan'Dale actually stepping up to the plate and saying, you know what, hey Dad, I want to be the face of this. I want to take this on because I know that I actually have an influence and I can make a difference in other people's lives.
And he knows what he's talking about.
Yes, and he knows exactly what he's talking about. Yes, and it's not, you know, it's something that we just come up with. Like, no, we all both actually lived through it because my dad was incarcerated, and then his dad was incarcerated. But our job is to break the cycle, not just for us, but for our community, but for Kentucky. So our plan and our dream is to spread this all the way through Kentucky and have a Wanda George Robinson Foundation lead station in some part of Kentucky, central, eastern, western Kentucky, northern Kentucky, so that we can get these kids into the right hands and be able to let them know, like, you can go to college, you can be an engineer, you can be a doctor. It doesn't matter what you want to do, but like, you got the right support system behind you and let you know that you can do this.
And sometimes they just need to hear that they can do those things.
That's it. That is the big thing, is having people around you that support you in everything that you are doing and actually going to tell you the truth about, hey, this is what you have to do, this is what you're going to need to do, and are you willing to do it? But if you're willing to do it, we're willing to help you. And we also have a scholarship program that we give out $1,000 to a kid every semester, but they also have to meet certain criteria for GPA, you know, good conduct and stuff like that. So we've been doing that for 3 years, and we have 3 kids, and I know one of my kids has had a 4.0 since he's been in college.
That's great.
You know, so we just want to make a difference in our community.
And Dale, you talked a little bit when you were down on the floor about Holly Harris and some of the people on the board that helped make all this happen.
Yes.
Tell me about some of them, or just mention their names.
The president of the foundation, which is the co-founder, Amy Nance Snow, before we even actually had the foundation, I started my gym in my garage because nobody would give me a job when I got out. And I started in my garage with 3 people, and Amy was one of those people. And now she's the president of the Wanda George Robinson Foundation. And without her, none of this would be going on, because Amy does all the back end work, the work that people don't see. I'm the face, and I do all the speaking, and I go to the prisons and talk to the parents and stuff. But none of that back end stuff, the strategic plan, getting the emails out and connecting with the families. That's Amy and the board. Like we have 27 people on our big board. We even have police officers, because we really want the kids to change their perspective about policemen. Policemen is not the enemy, it's actually your friend. So we try to get them on the board and get out and reach and have that dialogue, because what's going on in the world today, we want to change that perspective. I even have a coach at my gym now that is an actual police officer in Shelby County. So if I can show them the different, that all police officers is not bad, then we can help change the perspective and the relationship in our communities with the police officer and those different communities.
Well, it's great you're doing that. It's interesting that you're even standing here talking to me, because I used to be a CO in the BOP.
Right.
I was a corrections officer at the federal prison system.
Right.
So I heard a lot of guys in the system talking about what they're going to do when they get out, and how they were going to, when they hit the bricks, what they're going to turn their life around. You've done that.
Yes.
And you've actually made a plan, and you've followed through with it.
Yes.
And you're changing people's lives for the better now. And you got a great team behind you, and I hope you keep it up and continue to do what you're doing.
Yes.
Changing these lives, opening people's eyes to things, because that's how everything gets better. That's how we get these kids to believe in themselves.
Yes, because I take my whole situation and I'm very honest with them about where I've been at, but I'm also honest about them. I tell them where I'm headed. Like a lot of kids know that I'm an author now. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm a gym owner. And I just always show them that you can do anything regardless of your situation.
If people want to be a part of this and connect with you all, how do they do it?
They can go to our website, www.wjr.org.
WJR.org.
Yes.
Okay, so Wanda George Robinson Foundation, WJR.org.
WJRF.
Okay, WJRF.org.
Yeah.
If you want to help out, if you want to find out more about it. I can't thank you enough for being up here.
Thank you.
Best of luck with the foundation.
Yes, and thank you for having us.
You bet. That was Dale Robinson joining us here, talking about the Wanda George Robinson Foundation, WJRF.org. If you want to find out more, if you want to be a part of it, please go there and you can get all the information you need.
Also, BBN, thank y'all for everything.
That's right, BBN. That's right, and what a game by Wandale in the Citrus Bowl. Especially that play, setting up the game-winning touchdown. What an incredible athlete, and really just gave it his all for the Bluegrass State, and we were excited to have him. Hated to see him go, but I did tweet to him the day I found out about it, and I'd say, hey, thanks for everything, good luck. So we'll be back right here for the Second Chance Shootout, Lexington Catholic High School, North Laurel and Ballard coming up next. I'll be joined by Coach Tony Wise, the former coach of Franklin County, and I believe he's a big Packers fan, but we'll get him past that. All right, we'll be back on Prep Spin right after this on the CKW.
I'm Joseph Back with iBuyKY.com, and I want to buy your house. I'll make you an as-is cash offer on your house